21st day of the month of September, an early year of a decade not too long before our own, the human race suddenly encountered a deadly threat to its very existence. And this terrifying enemy surfaced, as such enemies often do, in the seemingly most innocent and unlikely places.
What did you break now, Krellborn?
Nothing, Mr. Mushnik.
Mid-7.
Good morning, Mr. Mushnik.
What morning? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Not that we had any customers. Who has customers when we run a flower shop on Skid Row?
I'm sorry.
Seymour, what is going on back there?
Very little, Mr. Mushnik.
Audrey, you'd better go back there and see what he's... Audrey, where'd you get that shiner?
Shiner?
Audrey, that greasy boyfriend of yours, he's been beating up on you again. Look, I know it's none of my business, but I'm beginning to think maybe he's not such a nice boy.
You don't meet nice boys on Skid Row, Mr. Mushnik.
Well, I got these plants repotted for you, mister.
Seymour, look what you've done to the inventory!
Oh, don't yell at Seymour, Mr. Mushnik.
Hi, Audrey. You look radiant today. Was that new eye makeup?
I'll clean it up before any of the customers get here.
Well, that'll give you plenty of time. Look, God, what an existence I got. Misfit employees, bums on the sidewalk. Business is lousy. My life is a living hell. You, urchins, off the stoop. It ain't bad enough I got winos permanently decorating the storefront. I need 3 worthless ragamuffins to complete the picture.
We ain't bothering no one, are we, Crystal? No, we're not, Ronette.
You ought to be in school.
We're on the split shift. Yeah, we went to school to the 5th grade, then we split.
So, how do you intend to better yourselves?
Better ourselves? Mister, when you from Skid Row, there ain't no such thing. Along goes number 7 and the start of town. You put in your 8 hours for the powers that have always been. Sing it, child. 'Til it's 5 p.m. 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 'Til it's 5 p
food is slop.
Downtown, where the hop heads flop in the snow. Down on Skid Row. Uptown, you cater to a million jerks. Uptown, your messengers and mailroom clerks. Eating all your lunches at the hot dog carts. The bosses take your money and they break your hearts. It's uptown, you cater to a million floors. Disinfector also on the bathroom floors. Morning regulations of the new dog first. And 5 o'clock is even worse.
That's when you go.
Downtown, where the guys are drips. Downtown, where they rip your slips. Downtown, where relationships are no good. Down on Skid Row. Down on Skid Row. Down on Skid Row. Down on Skid Row.
Poor. All my life I've always been poor. I keep asking God what I'm for. And he tells me, gee, I'm not sure. Sweep that poor kid, oh. I started life as an orphan, a child of the street, here on Skid Row. He took me in, gave me shelter, a bed, cooked the bread and a job. Treats me like dirt, calls me a slob, which I am. Oh, I live.
Downtown.
That's so much rest you live.
Downtown.
When your life's a mess you live.
Downtown.
Where depression's just status quo.
Down on Skid Row.
Show me a way to get out of here. 'Cause I constantly pray I'll get out of here. Even somebody say I'll get out of here. Someone give me my shot or I'll rot here. Tell me how and I will. I'll get out of here. Walking, climbing uphill and get out of here. Someone tell me I still can get out of here. Someone tell Lady Luck that I'm stuck here. She sure would be swell to get out of here. Bid to God a farewell and get out of here. Hard to bear it in hell to get out of Skid. Finally, I don't know what to get out of Skid. But a hell of a lot to get out of Skid. People tell me there's not a way out of Skid. But believe me, I gotta get out of Skid.
Look at that. 6 o'clock and we haven't sold so much as a fern. Well, I guess this is it. Don't bother coming in tomorrow.
You don't mean.
You can't mean.
What don't I mean? I mean, I'm closed. Forget it. Kaput.
You can't.
Kaput. Extinct. I'm closing this god and customer-forsaken place.
Mr. Mushnik, has it ever occurred to you that maybe what the firm needs is to move in a new direction?
What Seymour's trying to say, Mr. Mushnik, is, well, we've talked about it and we both agree. Seymour, why don't you run it back and bring on that strange and interesting new plan you've been working on? You see, Mr. Mushnik, some of those exotic plans Seymour's been tinkering around with are really unusual. And we were both thinking that some of his strange and interesting plans, prominently displayed and advertised, would attract business.
I'm afraid it isn't feeling very well today.
See? Now, isn't that bizarre?
At least. What kind of a weirdo plan is that, Seymour?
Well, it looks like some kind of a fly trap. But I haven't been able to identify it in any of my books. So I gave it my own name. I call it Audrey II.
After me?
Well, I hope you don't mind. Oh, you see, sir, if you put a strange and interesting plan like this Well, we're here in the windowsill. Well, maybe.
Maybe what? Do you realize how ridiculous you sound? Just because you put a strange and interesting plant in the window, people aren't suddenly going to start just coming into the shop and...
Excuse me. I couldn't help but notice that strange and interesting plant you had there. What is it?
It's an Audrey II.
I've never seen anything like it before.
No one has.
Well, where did you get it?
Well, you remember that total eclipse of the sun a couple weeks ago? Well, I was walking through the wholesale flower district that day when I passed by this place with this old Chinese man. Well, he sometimes sells me weird and exotic cuttings because he knows he sees strange plants in my hobby. He didn't have anything unusual there that day. And I was about to, walk on by. When suddenly, and without warning, there was this total eclipse of the sun. It got very dark, and I heard a strange humming sound, like something from another world. When the light came back, this weird plant was just sitting there. Just stuck in, among the zinnias. I could have sworn I hadn't been there before. Well, the old Chinese man sold it to me anyway, for $1.95.
Well, that's one interesting story. And a very exotic plant. All right, then. Well, as long as I'm here, I might as well buy $50 worth of roses.
$50?
$50?
$50?
Yes, sir.
Of course. Could you bring 100?
100? No. We, close the register for the day.
Oh. Well, I guess I'll just have to buy twice as many.
Twice as many?
Twice as many?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Audrey, my darling, kindly fetch this gentleman $100 worth of our very finest red American beauty roses.
Thank you. Yes, sir. That is one rare and interesting plant.
Well, don't just stand there. Quick, put that, what do you call it?
An Audrey II.
Oh, put that Audrey II in the window where the passerbys can see. My God, I never had believed it. My children, I'm taking us all to dinner.
Oh, I'd love to, Mr. Mushnik, but I've got a date.
With the same no good, Nick? I'm telling you, Audrey, you don't need a date with him. You need major medical. He ain't a good, clean kind of boy.
He's a professional.
What kind of professional drives a motorcycle and wears a black leather jacket?
He's a rebel, Mr. Mushnik, and he makes good money. Besides, he's the only fellow I got. Enjoy dinner. Good night, Seymour.
Good night.
Poor girl.
Are we still going to dinner?
You're not going anywhere, Seymour. You're staying right here and taking care of that sick little plant.
Well, I told you it's been giving me trouble, which is well, it's like this. The Audrey II is not a healthy girl.
And strictly between us, neither is the Audrey I.
I only knew what breed it was, what genus, but it's nowhere in any of my books.
Well, if I were you, I'd find out fast. You saw what that exotic little beauty did for business?
I know.
You do?
I do.
So fix. Good night.